It's a windy day in the neighborhood. A windy day in the neighborhood. Well, yesterday is not going to have a lot of video, and I might attach it to this. I was at my grandfather's house, and my mom was starting to look through his stuff, and my aunt's going to, I guess, trash most of his stuff because he's 98 years old, and he is now living at a retirement home, and he's been living there for years. Today, specifically, I hate how it's got that weird combo. It's kind of bright, kind of not issue. But my parents are back at his house, and I don't have my DSLR, which I did a lot of recording on yesterday, and that's way too much stuff to compress, and I don't want to do that into a YouTube video. It may be a different type of video later, but today I walked away from the house and decided to come to the lake. When we were driving by it on Sunday, my grandpa was talking about he remembers walking on this lake with my mom and sister had a dog, like 2 dogs, and he'd walk around the lake with the dogs, so I'm gonna go for a little walk. Clear my head. Because I know me, I'm gonna get stuff that's gonna just make me upset, so I'm just gonna go for a walk and enjoy this not raining, slightly overcast, small sprinkles day. And look at the people sailing boats. Man, I want to go sail a boat. Okay, so where I am at Lake Merritt is this little green bridge. It's interesting. I passed by one lock and I didn't think much of it. And then, well, that was the first one I saw. And I thought maybe someone got their bike jacked, who knows. I realized there's like a bunch of locks on here. Some with initials and dates and stuff. There's even one really old one. Where is that one? Right there. It's a heart lock. Just kind of curious what's it about. I'm gathering it's something that started, I don't know if it's an abstract art or just like apparently a good luck charm that started. But I saw a couple from this year, one from like 2013. I'm just curious to learn about the story. Maybe it would be something interesting. Fortunately not this trip. Maybe next time. And then the auditorium of the city of Oakland over that way. I hope you can see it. I can't even see anything right now. It's too bright. And in front of me is the Alameda County Courthouse. And I've got another half of the lake to go till I start heading back to my grandpa's house. Ooh, it is bright. It is so bright. My eyes hurt. But it's still a nice view. So we have wandered into Takara Sake USA for their museum and tasting and stuff. You walk in the door and you realize you can smell the sake. Just on the inside. It's open Monday to Sunday, noon to 6. Ooh. Ooh. Wow. It's very nice. Okay. Do not touch, bring food, drinks into the museum. Ooh, and you can look at it. Japanese sake brewing is the first Japanese sake brewer in U.S. territory. Established in 1908 in Honolulu. He survived 2 of the most difficult events in the history of the industry, Prohibition and World War II. During these periods, the company changed its operation from sake to ice production and later added shoyu, which is soy sauce, 3 breweries before Prohibition and 6 after. In Hawaii. Yeah, in Hawaii. And then they were acquired by Takara Sake USA of Berkeley in 1984 and discontinued sake production in 1992. It was the last of sake companies to produce sake in Hawaii.
Ooh. So they moved it. They left Hawaii and came here.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. I like it. The difference between Wine, beer, and sake. With wine, it's just the glucose. You've got the alcohol fermentation of the yeast, and then you have the wine. The beer is the starch, the malt, the wort, the yeast, the beer, and then it's the starch, the glucose, and the alcohol all together.
Oh, they put alcohol in it.
Huh. Cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
No. It's an alcohol fermentation occurs simultaneously. You don't have to.
I don't know what it means.
The rice starch is converted to sugar when all the
When the
koji
koji
mold is put in.
added.
Yeah.
Saccharification, like saccharin. Saccharification and alcohol fermentation occur simultaneously. So the production of the sweetness and the alcohol happen at the same phase.
Ooh. Nice.
Oh, multi-parallel fermentation works most effectively. I've never heard of multi-parallel fermentation.
Oh, these are the businesses that used to do this.
Raw sake with an alcohol content of 20%, highest among all naturally fermented beverages. Sake is normally diluted to 15 to 16% before bottling.
Running. Main brand hub.
So there's
California Rice, located in the heart of Los Angeles. Company was established high quality sake in the U.S. It is a brewing method and technique by a group of sake brewers in Japan.
so
Also import select. Oh, there is one in Vernon.
And there was one in Napa, but it's no longer in business.
Yeah.
that one looked pretty. I would have liked to go visit the one in Napa. That looks really nice.
The one in Folsom looks pretty interesting.
Oh, it does too. It's on a lake.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Once a prosperous gold rush town, and now at a home of Folsom Prison.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I do. The only time I hear Folsom, my brain says, Folsom. Johnny Cash sings about Folsom Prison.
Folsom Prison. And look at this. Look at the meat.
Daddy, you have the thingy. It's number 35. The Ori Bikoike. This big old
35.
thing.
Yeah.
After settling about 10 days, the sake is pasteurized. This is where it's pasteurized in this.
And say, learn the
And this thing
the
that's-
tub is covered with a sheet of linen cloth to allow for breathing.
So let's see. Daddy, you were about 6 foot. This thing is still another foot above you.
Well, it's
Yeah.
not
Well, it's
bad.
on a
Okay,
platform.
so it's about as tall as Daddy, probably. So I could not crawl in there if I wanted to.
No, it's E. This is what it is.
I had 35 under it.
It's this.
It had 35 under it, and I guess there's
But
another
this-
thing.
This is the thing they stand on.
Oh, they stand on it, and what do they do?
This is further mixing and accelerates brewing.
Okay.
So they have the.
No, this is it.
It's
See this stuff right there? See this right here?
Right.
it's
But I'm looking at the sign here, and it's got that, and it does say 35.
It says E right there.
but there's also a number, but there's also a number on it, so
It's got both.
it's a weird combination. It does two things. This is where this pot placed under the steamer for steaming rice, also used for heating sake for pasteurization at a later stage. Nice. Everything's huge. Kind of reminds me of winemaking. It's nice in here. Hopefully we will be able to try some sake. If not, then I'm going to be sad.
I'm just telling you, it's the same thing, it's the same type of thing,
Yeah.
these are two different things.
Right.
That is an Oregon, and that is one also, and they both have the steps on it.
And my parents love each other so much.
I still don't believe it.
We had our tasting. Daddy's
Thank you
taking
very
home.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
So, Daddy and Mommy and I had a tasting, and Daddy's walking out with 3 bottles. Well, 2 of them were his, and he was going to share, and then he told Mom to get her own. Yes, he did.
I think I'm going to try to wait for you.
Ooh, I'm going to get some water. Just a little bit of water. It's dangerous. Sake tasting and walking downstairs might be a bad idea. For me.
Why don't you try the restroom too, since it's here?
Oh my gosh, but yes. The tasting room for the Takara USA is a really great idea. The tasting is $5. Okay. The tasting is $5 for the A tasting or the B tasting.
The women's room is locked.
So you get to go through 7 things that you can try. And we did eat before we got here. We had a hamburger. My mom and I split a hamburger, but I know my brain is just like, woof, this ain't working. And you can see from right here, you can see the production floor. They own this whole building. It's really interesting. But they showed a video on how they used to make it, and it's really neat. And I might need to have a snack. It's like I did a walk, I had some food. This is not registering right in my brain, just like...
When we get to Aunt Jackie's, you can have, there's cookies, there's ice cream, there's chicken, there's salad.
I need something to soak up the thing. Adding sugar is probably going to make this horrible.
Well, what you can do is you can just lay down.
Yes, I could lay down.
This is the new stuff that they're making just for America.
Ah.
You know that cloudy one, the lychees and
Yes.
stuff like that? They're only making it for America.
Yeah, because she said that was definitely an American type one. It's not traditional, because Americans have different palates. And this was the first one that you tried, Dan?
Yes.
Okay. And
That's the first one I tried.
it's very...
It was okay, but it wasn't.
Yeah, I'm not a dry person either,
But I got the classic dry.
yeah.
I got the classic dry. The classic dry is the one I'm more used to. Daddy loves it. Daddy got a classic dry, and then he got the plum sake.
Okay. Well, I decided to go with plum wine to take home. Daddy got this. Wait, no. Daddy tried the Takara plum wine. No, that's the sake, or is that the plum wine? No, that's the plum wine. That's the plum wine. Daddy tried that. I didn't get that. I got a different one. It's all delicious. And you come to the tasting room, the tasting room and sake museum, Monday through Sunday, noon to 6. We got here like at about 5, and it's actually really good timing to come in this time. Wait, Mom, did you lock it? Yes. I'll pray. Okay, now I have to use the restroom. Never mind. Made it to our East Coast burger place. Well, West Coast burger place. In-N-Out Burger. Yay! I'm eating fries. This is our second burger thing of the day.
It's Burger Day.
Burger Day. Don't die. Don't die. Don't die.
It's Burger Day.
Okay. As I'm laughing as you start to choke. I'm sorry, Mommy.
Sure.